Your best friend's fiancé. The rain started before dawn, soft, hesitant, like the sky was unsure if it wanted to cry. Hana sat by her window, her hands wrapped around a cup of coffee that had already gone cold. She wasn't thinking about work or her messy apartment or the noise outside. Her mind was stuck on one message. Guess what, Hana? I'm getting married. His name is Minho. You'll love him. It was from Jisoo, her best friend since childhood, her sister in everything but blood. Hana smiled when she first read it, but the smile didn't last. There was something about that name, Minho, that made her heartbeat stumble for no reason she could explain. When Hana finally met him at the engagement party, time paused. He was calm, confident, and his eyes, they carried that quiet kind of sadness that makes you want to know the story behind it. When he smiled at her across the room, she felt something she shouldn't have, something that scared her. She told herself it was nothing, that she was just happy for her friend. But sometimes the heart doesn't listen. Sometimes the heart starts writing its own story long before you notice. From that night on, Hana found herself thinking about him. His laugh, his gentle way of talking, the way he looked at Jisoo, or maybe sometimes his eyes drifted toward her instead. She hated herself for it. She prayed it was just admiration. But admiration doesn't keep you awake at night. Weeks passed, and Jisoo asked Hana to help with wedding plans. Minho started joining them often. Dinners, errands, cake tastings. He said he wanted Hana's honest opinion, but sometimes it felt like he just wanted to be near her. One afternoon, they were picking invitation designs at a quiet cafe. Jisoo left to take a call, leaving Hana and Minho alone. The silence between them was heavy, alive. Then he said softly, "You and Jisoo have been friends for a long time, right?" "Since we were 7, Hana replied, trying to sound calm. He smiled faintly. "You're nothing alike. She's all sunshine. You're different." "Different how?" Hana asked before she could stop herself. He looked at her, eyes deep and careful. "You see things. You listen even when you don't speak." Hana felt her chest tighten. The air suddenly felt too thin. She looked away. That night, she lay awake hearing his words echo in her mind. "You're different." She tried to keep her distance after that, but fate had other plans. Jisoo insisted they plan everything together. Every shared glance, every accidental touch, every unspoken thought started to feel dangerous. One evening, Minho offered to drive Hana home after a late meeting. The city lights were a blur outside the window. Neither spoke for a while. Then, quietly, he said, "Can I tell you something I shouldn't?" Hana felt her pulse quicken. "You probably shouldn't," she whispered. He laughed softly, but it wasn't happy. "I can't stop thinking about you." Her heart stopped. "Minho, don't." "I know. I shouldn't. You're her best friend. But he exhaled, gripping the steering wheel. "I tried to fight it. It's like something keeps pulling me to you." Hana's voice trembled. "You can't do this to her. She loves you. And I care about her. But love?" He looked at her, eyes raw. "I'm not sure what love is anymore." She couldn't speak. The car filled with the sound of rain on glass. Days turned into weeks. Hana avoided him. She deleted his messages, ignored his calls, but the harder she tried to forget, the deeper he sank into her thoughts. Then, one rainy night, there was a knock at her door. She opened it and froze. Minho stood there, soaked, eyes tired and full of pain. "I can't do this anymore," he said. "I can't marry someone when my heart belongs to someone else." "Stop it, Minho. You don't mean that." "I do." His voice cracked. "It's you, Hana. It's always been you." Tears blurred her vision. "You can't say that, not when she's my friend." He took a step closer. "Then tell me to leave. Tell me to forget you." But Hana couldn't. Her silence said what her heart refused to. The wedding was 2 weeks away. The city buzzed with excitement, but inside, Hana and Minho lived in quiet chaos. Every time their eyes met, it felt like a secret burning in plain sight. Jisoo was happy, glowing. She kept saying, "I'm so lucky. Minho is everything I ever dreamed of." Each time she said that, Hana's heart cracked a little more. One afternoon, Jisoo came over holding her wedding dress, smiling like a child. "You're my maid of honor, remember? You'll stand beside me when I say yes." Hana forced a smile, but her eyes stung. "Of course." Later that night, she stood by the Han River alone. The city lights shimmered like shattered glass on the water. She whispered into the wind, "Please, let me forget him." But the universe had other plans. Minho found her there. He looked broken, lost. "I didn't know where else to go," he said softly. Hana turned sharply. "What?" "I told Jisoo," he said quietly. Hana's world stopped. "Minho, no." "I couldn't lie anymore. She deserves the truth, even if it hurts." He looked at her like a man with nothing left to lose. "Love me. That's all I ask." Tears fell down her face. "You ruined everything." He nodded. "I know." They stood there in silence, both drowning in the weight of what they had done. The next morning, Jisoo came to Hana's apartment. She wasn't angry, just empty. Her eyes were red, her voice small. "You knew, didn't you?" Hana's voice shook. "And what about me? What am I supposed to do with this?" Hana's throat tightened. "I tried to stop it, Jisoo. I swear I did." Jisoo looked down at her hands. "I always wondered why he looked at you that way. I thought it was just in my head. Guess my heart knew before I did." Hana started crying. "I never wanted to hurt you." Jisoo's tears finally fell. "I know, but you did. And I don't hate you for it. I just can't stay." She left that day. No shouting, no goodbye hug. Just silence. Months passed. The wedding never happened. Jisoo went to another city. Hana and Minho stopped speaking. Love turned into guilt, and guilt into distance. But one evening, as the cherry blossoms began to bloom again, Minho appeared at the same river where it all began. Hana stood there, sketchbook in hand, eyes tired but peaceful. "I didn't know where else to go," he said softly. Hana looked at him, the ghost of a smile on her lips. "Do you still love me?" He nodded. "I never stopped." She looked away, tears glistening. "Then let's not waste what's left. But this time, let's build it right." He took her hand. The wind carried their silence, not the silence of guilt anymore, but of two people finally free. Years later, Jisoo returned. She had healed. She smiled more easily now, her eyes bright with peace. She introduced them to someone new, a kind man who made her laugh. As the three of them sat together at a cafe, Hana realized something powerful. Sometimes, love breaks you to rebuild you. Sometimes you lose everything to find yourself again. She looked at Jisoo and whispered, "Thank you." for forgiving me." Jisoo smiled softly. "We were all broken once, but maybe that's how light gets in. Love isn't always fair. It doesn't always follow rules. But real love, the kind that survives, is the one that chooses truth over comfort and forgiveness over pride." The rain had stopped, the sky cleared, and in the reflection of the river, Hana finally saw peace. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment.